Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Hi-Fi in the Low Light. I am M. Shanae and tonight we're talking about the Focal Clear. I want to start by thanking Todd of Todd the Vinyl Junkie. He does host an online retailer. He sells headphones, vinyl, as well as vinyl accessories, and he's quite active on Headphone. I do have these on loan from him temporarily. So again, I do want to thank him for allowing me the chance to do an in-home demo. Now, the Focal Clear is Focal's third headphone that sits in the middle of their price point. You guys may know Focal started with originally two models, the Allure and the Utopia. The Allure was their entry-level model and it was very engaging but had some glaring faults, and the Utopia is and still remains one of the best dynamic headphones on the market, truly living up to its flagship status and the name, a true top-of-the-line headphone in every sense of the word. Now, the Clear sits in the middle. It does bring improvements to the Allure that is priced below it. Namely, the tonal balance is corrected. The Clear no longer has a mid-bass hump. It is lessened greatly. The Clear still has the Focal mid-range forwardness or touch of emphasis, but unlike the Allure, the Focal Clear has an increase or has more presence or more upper mid-range response. Again, humpy mid-bass and a lack of presence or excitement are the faults that the Allure has, and the Clear does address these. So price-wise, I do feel that they are worth their ask. You can find them new for $1,400, $1,500, or $1,600 depending on your vendor, and you can get them secondhand for as low as $1,200. It sounds quite amazing and quite consistent with a wide range of gear, so it is definitely a safe purchase as your system will not inhibit it. A good system will propel it and make it even better than it is, but a less than optimal system will not degrade it or bring it down as much as some other headphones. Now, I do want to talk about the build quality as well as all of the awesome accessories that Focal includes with this before we get into the sound quality. The Clear, like the Allure, has a good solid build quality. It is very wide and a little bit larger than most headphones. It does feature the metal gimbals with the plastic only attaching the metal gimbal or headband to the actual padded headband. So this adjustment mechanism is metal. It does feature a solid click and it is not loose or wiggly. The cables are detachable and there are now 3 of them included in the stock purchase. They're not nearly as bulky as they were previously. So we have the same great build, the same great sense of comfort, but now we have 3 manageable cables. The first of the cables comes inside of the semi-hard shell that Focal includes with the purchase. It's nestled right inside. I removed it from that middle pouch, and it does feature 2 very slim, very ergonomic, very well-designed entry jacks. You guys may remember that the Allure had a very big, a heavy, a bulky cable. It was hard to manage. With the Clear, they have addressed that problem and they have corrected it. Now, not only do they have this cable, which is super manageable, but they have 2 more with a 6.5mm native and 4-pin XLR balanced termination. The 2 additional cables come in this semi-hard kind of booklet style box. It opens right up, features the Focal logo. And again, we see it is the same build style. It is an ergonomic cable, it is lightweight, it is flexible, and the entry-level jacks or the entry jacks on the headphone side are very manageable. Again, it is priced a little higher than the Allure was when it launched, but it does include a wide range of cables for every need. So whereas Allure owners may have had to purchase an additional cable to get something that was more manageable or to get a 4-pin XLR, the Clear includes everything that you need for it up front. Now again, in terms of the sound signature, it is more neutral than it is anything, but it still has a touch of engagement. It still has some of that engaging, that almost exciting, very inviting, intimate kind of Focal sound. I did compare it directly to my HD800, which is priced at a lower point than it is. You can get the HD800 new for $1,400, but most people buy it secondhand for anywhere from $800 to $1,000. Now, what the Focal Clear is not, it is not an HD800. It is not as transparent as the HD800. It is not as linear as the HD800. What it is a headphone that is phenomenally detailed, that has a touch of engagement, that is very well balanced, and that is very easy to own, very easy to pair. If you're looking for a be-all, end-all, neutral, top-of-the-line, ultra-resolving, ultra high fidelity listening experience, then the HD800 is still my recommendation. Its bass is flatter and extends just as well. The mid-range is a little bit more neutral than the Focal Clear is, and the top end is a little bit more, not emphasized, but more balanced. All in all, the HD800 remains a more resolving and a more balanced headphone overall. Now, what the Clear does is adds a touch of engagement to a very well-resolved sound. So guitars and vocals do have that touch of forwardness with amazing resolve on the Clear. I do find that sound is engaging. It does draw you in to the music. But that touch of forwardness and touch of emphasis does sometimes leave out a little bit of detail at the trailing end of those notes. Switching to my HD800 again, there is a better sense of resolve, but the HD800 is not quite as fast nor as engaging to listen to as the Clear is. So again, the Clear has a little bit more enjoyable, a little bit more engaging sound at the expense of technicality, whereas the HD800 is a little more technical at the expense of some enjoyment or pleasure. So depending on what you like to listen to or how you like to listen, you may prefer one over the other. Now, in terms of imaging, the HD800 is the clear winner. It is not only more precise, but it is a lot more spacious. The Focal Clear does have an intimacy to it. Now, this is very nice for genres that are more intimate. So I found that piano solos or piano duets were very beautiful, were very just magical with the Focal Clear. Whereas the HD800, there was not as much of the engagement, but again, a little bit better technicality. So all in all, the Focal Clear is an excellent headphone. I think that for those of you who enjoy a more pleasurable, a more engaging quality of sound, for those of you who don't want something that can be as dry and overly technical as the HD800, the Focal Clear is a very good alternative. It is a lot easier to amp, it is a lot less picky about your source, it is a lot less demanding as far as what you pair it with. It comes with all the cables you need and a hard case. Again, the Focal Clear is an easier to own headphone, a more enjoyable to listen to headphone. The HD800 again is a flagship like the Utopia and does require that you obsess and that you very specifically fine-tune your system around it. So, again, all in all, if you own the Allure, the Clear is a good, more resolving, more detailed upgrade from that, or mid-range offerings like the HD600 and the HD650, the Focal Clear does capture some of that mid-range magic, some of that emphasis that you like in those Sennheiser HD6 series headphones while improving on the detail. So again, the Focal Clear is an easy-to-own headphone that is well balanced. If you guys would, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments section. And as always, thank you for watching and have an excellent night.